Okay, I am here. Press and hold for Vance. I need to check into that sometime. Hi, my name is Jeanette, and I blog. Hi, DIY Mommy of 5. I blog at countrydesignstyle.com, and I forgot that it's Wednesday, and it's normally DIY tips. And instead, this morning, I got ready and started to do an easy DIY project. So we're going to flip it around a little bit for this week. But that's okay, right? We don't really mind. So anyway, first of all, I blog at countrydesignstyle.com. And I have a reader who has been following me since I had another totally different website. And she doesn't get on Periscope too often, and I do realize I'm usually on people's work time, so I apologize for that. But she had requested that I show how I made that thing. And I thought, that would be kind of an easy project, and but I was a little bit stumped, and I won't get too far in this, but I was a little bit stumped. How do I show somebody how I made that? Now, that is just a little wire thing that I made years and years ago, many, many years ago. And I started off with a penguin. I need to get my head out of the way. There's a penguin there, and then I made another penguin. And then it had a crown, I have no idea why. And then I made an image of my son. And I did this one time. My son loves animals. He loves watching animal shows. And when he was probably about 14, 15 years old, he was watching a penguin show. And I was sitting there. I had some wire. I had probably done something. I don't know what it was I was doing. And I was just sitting there, and I started making a penguin. And I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. I made a penguin. And then I sat there, and I thought, how am I going to close it off? So I made another penguin. Don't know where the crown came from. And then I thought, well, I wonder if I can make Jason. So I kind of made this rough shape of a man, nothing fancy. He only has partial leg over here, but I just kind of made it out of the scrap. And then he was wearing a baseball cap. So at the end, I remember cutting the wire and putting a baseball cap on him. So anyway, it's just one of those goofy, Saturday afternoon, we were sitting around watching a penguin show. And I've had a couple of readers, but one in particular that really just loved that. And it hangs normally under my kitchen cabinets in the backspace splash area. Hello, the Weather Ched. Welcome. I've been seeing a lot of people joining, so thank you very much. If you missed any of this, and why in the world am I talking about wire shapes? The replay's available for 24 hours. I don't think I hit save on this one, so I'm not sure if this one's going to save, but I am saving it to my phone, and I will eventually write a post on Country Design Style with this whole philosophy of wire shapes and maybe taking it a little bit further for you guys. So this Periscope will eventually be on a blog post too. So that way more people can see it and share. So now my little shape, again, this is just really, I love the wire on. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. It's my Saints necklace, my New Orleans Saints. Although I'm not a big fan of football. I really don't know how well they do. I don't think they did very good lately, but my family loves football, so I just had to pick a team. But anyway, the wire on this is pretty thin, and I love it because it was actually this way. I didn't do anything to tin it or anything. It was just naturally a dark wire. So the next time I go over to our home improvement center, I'm going to look for a little bit thinner wire that's dark, just like this. I love that penguin jiggles. Anyway, oh, and when you're done with these, okay, I'm jumping ahead. Sorry. I'm going to put that back up there. He's crooked, but that's okay. So anyway, I grabbed what wire I had, and I thought, well, this is pretty close, but this is quite a bit thicker, but it's pretty easy to bend. I don't have any trouble bending it or anything, but it is shiny. So, maybe by the time I get the post put together, I will have some thinner wire that's maybe more oxidized like that one or that darker color, which I like better. Now for the shapes. Now, I was stumped on how do I tell people how to do this, because I just did it that one time, never done again. So I thought, what am I going to do? And then I thought, my friend who's really interested in this lives by the sea, and her house is all beachy. So I thought, seashells. would be perfect and a little bit easy to do to start off with. Not that it's hard, it's just you got to sit there and kind of make shapes. So I thought I'd start off with the starfish first. Now I just grabbed this off the internet. You can see there was some other things that I clipped off, and I made this a bigger size. And when I do my post, I'll have several different shapes. I also think I'm going to add some flower shapes that might be kind of fun, and I have some ideas on that too. So anyway, get some wire, and again on the post I'll make sure that I tell you what gauge of wire. I have no idea what gauge this is, but I make sure when I get some I'll know. I do know it's pretty flexible. So anyway, I'm just going to cut off a piece of wire with wire cutters, and hopefully I cut off enough, but I'm sure that I will. When you're cutting out here, I'll give you a tip already. When you're cutting off wire, don't wear a sweater that will stick to. I'll get hung up in. Don't get too close down in here. Don't get also too far. Try to get about in the middle and clip it, because it does clip better. Ooh, it does clip better, I promise. That's tough wire. Okay, got it. But anyway, for some reason, if you get too close in here, sometimes there's an area there where the blade's not very thick. And if you get up here, it's kind of a little bit tough to get enough power. So kind of get about in the middle when you're using wire cutters. It's helpful. Okay, so I've got a piece of wire. Now my thought was to show you is just to have you kind of lay your wire down and let it fling around and just kind of follow the outline. Now something that you could follow too would be, and make sure you have some kind of like needle nose pliers by, because that's going to help you kind of shape it. Now your shapes that you're going to want to do is going to be flat like this, I think. Again, I have not experimented with this since I did this years and years ago, but just kind of lay it over your paper and kind of give it the shape that you want, okay? And just kind of keep it pretty loose, pretty easy, okay? There's one part of my starfish. Now right about here, I want it kind of a sharp bend, so I'm going to bend it back, and then I might even give that just a little bit of a pinch, so that's a little bit sharper right in there. Okay, I can give it that pinch that's sharper, and then I can open that up a little bit, and that gives me my sharper edge. Okay, and since this edge here I want it to be smooth, I'm just going to go ahead and just give it a bend. And you just kind of have to judge. Now I'm kind of, I could lay it out on my paper, make sure I'm getting it about the right shape. But again, it's a starfish. They can be any shape that you want. Okay, and I'm ready to bend it again. So this is just basically pretty easy. Now, like I said, on the website, when I do my post, I think I'm going to do some flowers. And I kind of think when I do them, just a thought, is I will do them and have actually, when I finish off, instead of finishing it, like I just kind of ended him because I ran out of wire, I think. But when I finish him on the website, I think I'll go ahead and make, since it's a flower, make a stem and then maybe put them in a vase and kind of see how that works out. Of course, now the challenge is I had this, and I still do, on my backsplash in the kitchen, but I recently redid it, and now my backsplash is black. So he doesn't show up very well. So I do need to find a better place to put him. So I think I can do that though. Again, I did that. My son's going to be 41 soon. And when I did that, he was probably about, 14 or 15, I think, at the time. And I know this is a bit of a strange project, but it's kind of fun. And if you want, I've kind of ignored this now. You can put the wire in a vinegar and stuff. You know, you can do that. You can. It doesn't wire, or I haven't had the luck that I really wanted out of the vinegar and the steel wool on wire and metal, but maybe I was just too impatient, because sometimes I do get impatient. And it's something that I haven't developed too much on that. I haven't tried it as often as, surprising, since I'm kind of the wire and vinegar lady. Excuse me, the tea and vinegar lady. I should grab some additional. I'm not even showing you as I'm going here. Just kind of making that sharp one and then coming around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. But yeah, since I do so much of the tea and vinegar, it's kind of surprising that I haven't done more metals. I have tried it, but the particular metal that I did, I actually think I did it on the mason jar lid, the rings. I wanted to age them, and it didn't work out very well. So it could have been just the ring, the material, the wire stuff that's on there. Okay, and then I'm going to kind of get that to close up. I'm just kind of getting it to be a little bit closer. I've got a little piece there, and this one here is a little strange, but we can always work with that. Gather it up a little bit. Oh, this is beginning to look like, a funky starfish. I think a penguin's easier. Or maybe it's an age thing. But anyway, just kind of work around with it. Now, I'm not cutting that just yet because I don't know exactly where I want this one here to go. So I'm kind of leaving it just for now. I think I can go ahead and reshape it a little bit. When pigs fly, hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am making wire shapes. And you might kind of wonder why, but I promise, once you see the post, once you see the post, you will understand why. I did have a reader who asked to see, you know, how I did that, this up here. And again, I did that many, many years ago. And I think the key was just shaping it. Just kind of keep moving it around till you get it to the shape that you want. And I'm doing starfish right now. Okay, so because I just thought that would be easy for Periscope. I think that for the blog post, I am going to do some flowers, several different types with leaves and stems and everything, and may put them in a vase, which I think would be kind of a neat idea. But I also thought that if I did a bunch of shapes, oh, hello, welcome. Oh, Judy Foster, hello, Judy Foster Art, hello, welcome. I thought that if I do quite a few of them, of the seashells, I've got a big seashell kind of a dish, and I might cluster them in through there, maybe paint them different colors, just spray paint. So I think that might be kind of cool. So check out the blog post when I get it done. Don't know when it will be, but it should be pretty quick, because I do want to kind of get that going. Also, if you get a chance, I do have a little bit of announcement. I did do some updates to the website. So if you get a chance, pop over to Country Design Style and let me know if you like the style a little bit better. I liked what I had, but it was a little bit, a little bit too, I don't want to say colorful, because it really didn't have a lot of color in it, but it did have too much color in it. You must be cold, also tired. You know, I am. I've got this huge chunky sweater on. I live in Arizona, but I have a huge chunky sweater on. And it started raining yesterday afternoon, just a little drizzle, and then it came a downpour, and it kind of drizzled off and on all night. This morning we woke up to huge thunderstorms and everything, and it's been raining off and on all morning. And the sad thing is last weekend it was really beautiful. So we went around the house and opened up all of our windows and everything, and we had them locked down, so it was a challenge. You dip down in the 40s. Oh my gosh. Well, we kind of, that's cold. We've been kind of in the 40s and 50s in the mornings normally. But man, it's just been really cold. Okay, my little starfish, kind of simple, kind of basic. But I think playing around with him and kind of laying him on here, I might even get him a little bit closer to the pattern on there. So I'm going to do that. I'm also going to try this type of Next Week in the 80s Crazy. Yeah, I know. We're supposed to have a beautiful weekend. We're going to have, I think, high 70s over the weekend. And right now in the house, I think I finally got it up to 62 because we were just freezing. We had all the windows. We've been sleeping with the windows open. And we get up and it was 52 in the house this morning. So we finally closed up the windows and kind of put the heater on a little bit to warm up a little bit. But we'll be having the windows open by tomorrow night, I'm sure. Yeah, it was cold. So I kind of bundled up in a sweater. I thought, I'm going to stay warm. So anyway, I'm going to work on making this one, and then I also had printed out 2 others, but I only came upstairs with just 2 of them. So, but I've got some other seashell shapes, so I'll be shaping those up, and then I'm also going to do the flowers. Now, after you're done with them, what do you do with them? Well, my seashells, like I said, I'm going to put them in a dish that's one of those seashell kind of things. The pattern I just literally got offline. Okay, this one here, this here, I just got them offline. I will make sure on the post that I give you the patterns so you can print them yourself. So you can print and make, you know, off the same patterns that I use. And another idea would be just coloring books too. You know, I thought having your children do a little apple shape or something and giving it to the teacher might be kind of cute. But, you know, just basic, simple shapes like a penguin. I might even try redoing a penguin. I will tell you what gauge of wire to use. This one here was a little bit tougher to use and form than I can remember that one to be. But my tip now, if you get these done and you decide you want to hang them on the wall, this is normally what I use to hang this guy here, my son, and his 2 penguins. I use, where's the camera on that? A straight pin. This is literally a straight pin like you use for sewing. And if you go up to drywall, it won't work on wood or anything like that, but if you go up to drywall and hold that, and with the hammer, just tap, 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 very soft, very gently, you can tap a straight pin into drywall. And it will hold something lightweight like these with no problem at all. So you could hang these across your wall, and then when you're tired of them, because we all get tired of things and want to move things around, just pull the pin straight out and it leaves just a pinprick little hole. So that's my additional tip. Use these for lightweight. I even have a couple of lightweight frames that I use that I just hang with straight pins. So it's kind of unique. So give that a try. And again, tomorrow I'll know for sure when the post is going to go up. And I'll let you know on Periscope when the post is up, but watch for it over the next couple of days anyway. It won't be very long. And there'll be some downloads there for some basic printables, and I'll make sure you've got the correct size of wire. So I'll make sure that you have that so that it's easy to form. And it might be kind of a fun little project, fun to do on a rainy day. Everybody have a great day. I will let you go. I will be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock Mountain Time. Thanks for the hearts, everybody. And we're going to do another DIY project, something easy. Since I did both of them easy, we're just into projects right now. So, yeah, thank you. See you soon. And if you get a chance, check out the website and let me know what you think. Thank you, guys. Bye.